change is like a glass. It's transparent, it's beautiful, it's fragile. It can present the brightest light, or it can shatter under too much pressure. We live in a period, in a society where fragility is everywhere. It's in our society, in our lives, in our relationships. And this is because change is not about the systems alone, it's more about people, their readiness, their courage, their trust. And in 2013, Google has launched something extraordinary. These were the smart glasses, which presented the information right before your eyes. They dreamed that it would be the merge of physical and virtual worlds. They trust that the way we learn would change, the way we interact would change, the way we connect would change, the way we navigate would change, and there won't be any screens, there won't be any devices needed, there would be just knowledge flowing right before your eyes. But instead of excitement, people felt fear. They were afraid that they are watched by this system. So they didn't believe the idea. And you know, the restaurants, they started banning those smart glasses. And they appeared a new term, glass hole. So in 2 years, the project collapsed. But if you look at it now, the idea was brilliant. It was just not the right time. And yet in 10 years, Apple has introduced its own smart glasses, and this time the world embraced them. So the same idea, the same dream, but the reaction was different because the world got prepared. The world was ready. And this is one phase of fragility. So even the most innovations, the most important and advanced innovations can fail because people are not ready for them, people are not ready to hold them. How do you think, what is the product of Alif which was so on time that made Alif so popular in a short period of time? Salom. So this is our BNPL product. BNPL is buy now, pay later, so it's purchased by installments. Before Salom appeared, the market of purchase by installments was barely alive, because there were just a couple of financial institutions which were proposing these services, but the process was so exhausting. You had, long queues, long waiting, then you had to visit the store several times, even you had to visit the bank. And when Salom appeared, it has even shifted how people make the purchases. So the rhythm of the purchase was changed. You could apply for the loan right from the store, and then almost very instant decision. If you are approved, you just get whatever you wanted to buy and leave the store. So you don't have to come a couple of times, you don't have to wait. And Salom is giving not just one-time loan, but it's a revolving limit, which is also giving you a freedom to buy, repay, and buy again. And this product was so on time, and it was fully meeting the needs of the people, so of course it got successful. Coming back to the Google, several years before Google, there was another company which was facing an opposite challenge. I think that if I would ask who is watching movies on Netflix, everyone would say, I do. So this is a very popular company right now. In late 1990s, Netflix was mailing DVDs by post. I hope that everyone knows what DVD is. And one day they said that we want to move online. And investors laughed. People said the internet is too slow. Streaming wouldn't work. But the founders, they believed, they trusted in this idea. They kept building. They didn't wait until the world gets ready. They prepared it. And one day, when the bandwidth improved, the habits shifted, Netflix was no longer fragile. It became the future. And again, talking about Alif, Alif has all its services in a digital form. And almost from the beginning, we were pushing for digital payments and money transfers. But was it that popular? No. I'm talking about like 2018, 2019. Was it popular? Of course, no. Because people at that time, they were not ready for the digital. They didn't trust in it. Did we give up? Of course, no. We understood that we need to get prepared. So what we did, we added new and new features into our products. We made them more safe, more comfortable, more quick. We have shifted our application into a user-friendly ecosystem. And there were two good pushes for the market to turn into the digital. The first was, it is sad to say, but it was COVID, because a lockdown happened, and people started using online services because they had to order something online, they had to order some delivery, and of course they needed to make some digital payment. So this was the first shift, and the other shift was when the National Bank of Tajikistan introduced the unified QR code, and also the government has introduced the government decree on making all the governmental payments online. So this was a good shift as well, because people had now to start using the digital services, the banking services, even if they didn't want to do it before. And you know, here I want to say, the closer you are to the winning point, the louder would be the voice inside of you, which will be saying, you need to give up. It's high time to give up. Because this is the voice of fear that every of us has inside. And what we need to do is to turn it off. Just ignore it. And keep doing, keep trying, keep going forward. And of course, you will be successful. So I have graduated from Lyceum number 3 in Khorog, which is named after Kirov. It used to be named after Kirov. Then 1 year I was studying at Khorog State University at the Foreign Languages faculty. And then I moved to Bishkek, and I did the bachelor degree and then the master degree from the American University in Central Asia. During my last year of study in Bishkek, I joined Deloitte, which is one of the big 4 companies, the audit firm. And in total, I have been working in Deloitte for 18 years. 13 years I was leading Deloitte office in Tajikistan. And then one day, I have realized that I got bored with auditing. You know, I always say that if you don't like your job, you should leave. Because when a person doesn't like his job, he cannot give anything to that job, and the job cannot give anything to him. It's very interrelated. So when I realized that I did enough with auditing, I have left. A couple of months later, I joined Alif Bank as a finance director. Then I moved to the deputy CEO position and then to CEO position. So the questions which I am often asked are what it is to be a woman leader. What challenges do I face? And you know, thinking about the response to that question, I usually say that, you know, I have never been concerned with being a woman. Probably this is the reason why I'm feeling fully comfortable in what I'm doing. I was always concerned with doing whatever I do the best way, but I was not concerned with being a lady. And this is, I would say, thanks to my parents, who never did an accent on my gender or saying that because I'm a lady, I have different rights to those that have my brothers. I mean, in terms of the education, in terms of the opportunities for the growth. Another question usually asked is, do I have problems accessing to finance? I mean, this is one more topic that we usually discuss. And the answer is, of course, no. As a banker, what I can say, of course, when we do the scoring models, it takes into account the gender of the person. But you know, here I should say that the creditworthiness of a ladies in the scoring model are usually higher than those of a man. It's not about the gender when you come to the bank for the finance. It's more about your business plan. If you understand what you are talking about, if you understand your business, if you fully understand what you are going to do with the loan that you would receive, and it is a good idea and you will really have some profit in the future, you will receive the loan. So it's more about your education, about your confidence, the way you present the information as well. And the third question is, do male colleagues take me not serious because I'm a lady? I can't remember such situations in my life. Maybe because, again, I'm not concerned myself with being a woman, and even if they show some not serious relations towards me, I don't even see it, I don't pay attention. What are the usual barriers for the ladies to grow, for the ladies to become successful? It's fear, it's lack of confidence, and it's not knowing your rights. So when we look at this small lady, taking into account my whole experience, answering the question what she needs, I would simply respond that she needs a proper education and equal opportunities for growth. And here, talking about the gender, one thing I wanted to highlight is about the balance. When we say the gender equality, we are talking about the balance, not about shifting privileges, right? So what I'm concerned with is we should not push that high on giving privilege to the woman that one day we will start talking about the man's right. So this is, I think, the fragility of that topic. And at the end, what I want to say, I like the topic of today, the fragility of now, because what it means for me is now is always temporary. So today we say now, tomorrow we would say now, right? So it's changing, it's temporary. Actually, the world is temporary, technology is temporary, the society is temporary, and only one question remains the same. Are we ready? Do we have the trust? So fragility is like a glass, as I said in the beginning. It can break or it can shine. It all depends on how you hold it. Thank you.